Pollo Shi Jao Kay sandwich.
A lot of funk.
This is for the marinade. Soy sauce, oyster sauce, fermented black bean paste, Chinese spices, and just a little bit of salt.
And how long are we gonna let the chicken marinate in that?
2 days, 48 hours.
Really?
We make the Shi Jao Kay sauce. Garlic clove, soy sauce, oyster sauce, sesame oil, sugar, salt, and chicken stock. Now that it's boiling, we put the cornstarch
to thicken
it out.
And we're gonna dredge the chicken in
Flour, egg, and cornstarch. Our chicken is just get out of the fryer. Choose your bun.
that one. A little bit of the pork fat.
Toast it up. Shi Jao Kay sauce. So we sauce the chicken first. A little bit more sauce. Romaine lettuce. Piece of chicken, pickle, turnip, and carrots.
Can't beat that. That is moist chicken. This is ridiculous, dude. You're dangerous. What's this one?
Bobó de camarão, which is
That's what I was gonna say.
Brazilian shrimp stew.
Okay.
We boil some yuca. We have some coconut milk. This is then the oil that's extracted from a seed of the palm tree in Brazil. Blend it. We're gonna start working on our stew. Corn oil, red bell peppers, green bell peppers. Saute this. We are gonna go in with the onions, minced garlic, diced tomato. Mix the shrimp, our yuca puree, pour it right here. Salt, hot sauce, some cilantro. Bobó de camarão.
This has got a nice baseline. I mean, it's just delicious. And I love spice.
Exactly.
This is outstanding.
Bobó shrimp stew.
This is not your typical stew. A little bit thicker because it has yuca inside.
It's a very Brazilian dish. Tastes is like home.
We're at the Saigon Noodle and Grill in Orlando, Florida, hanging out with my buddy Justin Warner and the famous Vincent. The pho was dynamite. Now, time for shaken beef.
Your shaken beef right here.
There's a lot of mix of veggies in there, a nice little sauce.
Why do they call it shaken beef?
Isn't it due to the cooking process? It's like semi-stir-fried?
Yes. We have one piece of beef right here.
Is it always New York?
And we can have the New York, the rib eye or the flank. This one, the rib eye. Put it in a bowl here. Sugar.
So the sugar.
There's some soy sauce. This one, seasoned mix.
That's the magic.
Yes. And this one, the oyster sauce.
Made it through oysters.
I can imagine.
In your mind, was there a little bubble and there was oysters?
Yes.
Oh,
Can we get a graphic right there?
very creepy.
We had the wok right here.
Nice and hot. So it's gonna go into a real fast fry right into the oil.
Ooh, I did not see that
I
coming.
didn't see that coming. It really does something to the texture and the flavor that you can't reproduce by just going into a hot pan with a little oil.
That's it.
Wow.
That's it?
Yes.
Wow, save that oil.
Oh, can you imagine the flavor that's in
Right,
that
no
oil?
beef.
Okay. Butter?
Butter, yes.
In Vietnam?
Yes.
A lot of
Didn't
French
see-
influence.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see it coming.
Okay, put the beef back in here.
Okay. Here we go, here we go. Hey, hey, hey!
Now we season.
So garlic, little soy sauce, special seasoning.
Yes, and oyster sauce. That's it.
Let's go, baby. Green onion. Yellow onion.
This one, couple of minutes.
It's hot and fast, baby.
Here, the rice.
Oh boy.
Yep. Lettuce. Cucumber. Put some color.
The daikon and carrot is of my favorite things.
This one has house special vinegar.
A little sugar in that, I bet.
Right.
It's gonna be so refreshing compared to that beef. It's like half a steak, too. Wow. Oof.
Was that a Jackie Gleason? Oof.
Yeah, I'm pumped. To the moon.
All right, here we go. You know, such a big flavor because the beef itself got that heavy soy, the oyster, the garlic, all that coming through. The refresh from the salad, just clearing up the palate. And when you jump back in, you get the bright, fresh green onion. You get a nice little bite out of the yellow onion. Then you get super tender steak from the soy.
Every bite is like a perfectly cooked bite of steak.
You call it shaken beef in Vietnamese also?
We call the bò look like.
Oh, that's what I
Bò
was
look
gonna
like.
say.
Yep.
Bo, right, is beef.
Beef, right.
Ga is chicken, correct?
Chicken.
See? That's why I invited him.
There you go.
Delicious, chef.
Coming out of Drunken Sloppy.
What is this?
This is the Drunken Sloppy. So it's
No, I didn't say who am I. I said, what is this?
Sloppy Joe.
We start with bacon fat. Add in our green pepper and our onion, ground beef, flour, water, and now all the delicious seasonings. Granulated garlic, onion powder, pepper, salt, yellow mustard, Worcestershire sauce. Got a little bit of brown sugar in there, ketchup, and finally the chili sauce.
And we do her magic sauce.
Butter, onion, IPA, celery seed, pepper, nutmeg, granulated garlic, salt. Add our flour to make a roux. Add the milk, cream cheese, processed cheese, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese, Swiss cheese, pimento cheese. It's really getting nice and thick. And finally, our beer cheese.
Delicious. I love the Sloppy Joe sauce. I love the multiple textures from the ground beef to the bacon to the shredded beef. And the beer cheese is beer cheese, beer cheese.
Yes.
It's not joking around beer cheese.
Nope. Got a Drunken Sloppy in the window.
It fills you up big time.
The fact that it was smothered in the beer cheese sauce, it was righteous.
Short rib pappardelle.
The short ribs are off the hook.
The fresh pasta is so delicious.
So we're gonna make pappardelle. 1 part high protein, 1 part semolina.
Got it.
Start mixing it, egg yolks and water.
Go for 6 minutes. Start extruding. Beautiful.
That's a portion.
That's a portion.
That's a portion.
Okay.
Now we're gonna season our short rib, sea salt.
Fresh cracked black pepper.
So these are going in the oven, 45 minutes till they're seared.
Ribs are down. Sweat the veg.
Oil, garlic, mirepoix, black peppercorn,
Okay.
bay leaf, cherry vinegar, port,
Just a touch of red wine.
amber honey.
Honey. Is that a mom thing or a school thing?
A little bit of mom, a little bit of school. House-made chicken stock, a little bit of tomato paste in there.
This goes over the top of the short
Over
ribs,
the top.
covered into the combi for
18 hours.
18 brief hours. What else do we have to work on?
Oh, we'll make the truffle paste.
Spanish truffles, beautiful. And you're gonna do what to this?
Puree it.
I've never seen that many truffles go under the knife.
Sea salt, Tuscan olive oil,
She's making paste.
but it will preserve because of the salt.
That's dangerous right there. We build the dish,
Olive oil, shallots,
shall we?
broth, short rib, chunky, fatty. You okay with that?
Absolutely.
Truffle paste, salt, pepper, Parmesan bechamel,
What's in this Parmesan bechamel?
shallots, brandy, and white pepper. Cream, thicken with a slurry. Add salt, Parmesan,
Sounds great.
fresh peas, fresh pasta. Cook it a little bit more in the sauce.
Tighten the sauce up.
A little bit of parsley. Here we go.
Such a petite portion.
Grana Padano and pea tendrils.
Take a picture. That's one of the last meals you want to eat. Short ribs, delicious. But you know what the real sing of this is? Parmesan bechamel and the truffle paste intersecting the richness of the meat and a pasta that is light but sturdy enough to carry it all. The only thing that makes that better, come with a free pillow and a napping area. Oh, my pillow's here. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Short rib pappardelle going in.
So I've had the lamb burger.
There's your lamb burger.
The presentation just knocks me out.
It's just a huge bite of deliciousness.
So we are going to make our braised lamb. We're gonna make our stock that we cook it all in. Oil, boneless leg of lamb.
I like that.
Once it's seared off, we're gonna go ahead and use the drippings to make our chicken stock.
It's got all that flavor in the bottom of the pan.
Deglaze the pan with water.
Now we'll just throw the whole yard bird in there.
Whole chicken, mirepoix, thyme. Got
Bay
some
leaf.
bay leaves, good amount of garlic.
And that's some Florida humidity.
Yeah. Granulated onion, salt, and
Black
some black pepper.
All right, how long will this go?
About an hour and a half.
Pull the chicken, we'll strain it.
Yeah. Now we're gonna finish our lamb. We're gonna put in some garlic.
I love the no fear garlic.
Bay leaves,
The what?
The no fear garlic.
Just get it.
Yeah.
some Greek red wine, and chicken stock. Cover it with parchment and aluminum foil. Put it in the oven for about 3.5 hours.
And let it cool a little bit, then shred it. Now we're gonna make the
Beefsteak.
which is Greek meatball.
80-20.
Yep.
Chopped up onion, parsley.
Wow.
A little. Garlic.
Mint.
Dried
Ooh,
mint.
yum.
Salt, pepper, cumin, eggs, and some panko to hold it all together. Form it into a patty and throw it on the charbroiler to make a burger with it.
Okay, chef.
We're making our Hellenic sauce.
Okay.
It is mayo-based.
We've got mustard, ketchup, honey, lemon juice.
It's delicious.
I'll have that on a flip-flop.
The last thing we make for this is the pickled onions, water, white wine vinegar, red Greek wine,
Okay.
sugar, salt, fresh garlic, bay leaf, warm it up, dissolve the salt and the sugar,
Right.
and then just pour it right over thinly sliced red onion, and they use it to top our burger with.
What else is incorporating into this burger?
Vlahotiri cheese.
Buns toasted, little spinach.
Our Hellenic sauce on the bottom.
Look at the size of this.
Lamb's out, nice and tender.
That's not how much you're putting on there.
Oh, yeah.
You are gonna wear this.
That's unreal.
No way this is gonna look sexy. Warm yourself up. You gotta make sure that you can release the jaw.
Oh, really good. There's so much flavor in this, all the spices that you have going on in the actual burger, but then you get to the lamb.
It's her first day on Triple D and she's already stealing my job. You nailed it exactly. It's delicious. This sauce right here, we might want to go ahead and start bottling this by the gallon.
It's just a beautiful bite of food.
Pelican Republic, messy and phenomenal.
Lamb burger?
The lamb is just juicy and delicious and fall apart.
Between the onions, the spinach, and the taste of the lamb and the burger, it was just extraordinary.
As soon as people come to town and ask, where should I go? The answer is always Millie's.
Alligator ribs, 2 minutes out.
I've had a lot of alligator tail, but nothing compares to the alligator rib here.
Alligator tail is kind of like chicken, where this actually seems to be more like a pork. That's really good.
All right, what are we doing next?
Our dry seasoning for the alligator ribs.
Dying to try this. Well, we'll be trying this. I don't have to die.
We got our brown sugar, chili, garlic powder, onion powder, cinnamon, smoked paprika,
Salt and pepper.
gator rib rack.
More meat on it than I anticipated.
Then you thought, right? Cut them straight down.
So easy.
Right.
We're gonna let this dry rub sit for a while.
For about an hour.
Then they go on the smoker, 40 minutes. Meantime, we'll make some barbecue sauce.
We start with some onions, spiced rum, garlic, ketchup,
Brown sugar,
apple cider vinegar.
molasses.
Oh, my favorite.
It's not just for breakfast anymore.
Paprika,
Cayenne,
salt,
chili powder,
and coriander.
All right, how long is it gonna take for this to cook down?
25 minutes or so.
Got it?
Ribs are off the smoker. That barbecue sauce that we just made, that is so darn delicious. Just gonna give them a little
He's
toss.
his best hype man, I swear.
Always.
How long they can go on the grill?
Just for about 5 to 10 minutes.
All right, chef.
Ribs are coming off the grill.
It's interesting. I never thought of eating through the bone on a sandwich, but
You gotta have the bread up there to soak up all the barbecue sauce, right?
there you go.
Freshly sliced jalapenos, a little green onion.
I've had a lot of gator. Never had the ribs. That's probably one of the best ways I've ever had gator, if not the best way. It's tender, it's meaty, it eats like a pork rib.
Right.
The barbecue sauce, dude, I compete in barbecue. I'm in the Barbecue Hall of Fame. The barbecue sauce is delicious.
Awesome.
Anybody ever says they don't like gator, send them to Millie's and have them come try that.
There's a lot of food trucks you could choose from. This one is one of the best. There's always a line here.
We're gonna make a brine for an approachable sized piece of pastrami.
Approachable.
Yeah, start with pink salt, allspice, coriander, whole cloves, whole black peppercorn, nutmeg, mustard seed, bay leaves, red pepper flake, ginger, cinnamon, a little bit of sugar, kosher salt, garlic cloves.
Are we gonna let this simmer?
We let it simmer and melt.
Okay.
We're gonna ice it.
Ice it so we don't poach our meat.
Exactly.
Got it. How long will the flat sit in here?
A week.
Really?
Let's see what we got.
All right, beautiful brisket. Then it gets a dry rub of black pepper and
Coriander.
Got
Right.
it. What are we smoking it with?
Hickory.
What temp are we gonna run at?
About 2 1/4. About 5 6 hours.
I'm such a pastrami junkie. My mouth just, you can hear the sirens going off. What are we serving it on?
Rye bread with spicy mustard.
That's a normal portion?
Yeah. Give it a try.
It's tender. You're not confusing it with a lot of other stuff. Every bite you get is just creamy, delicious. I mean, like, that level of pastrami. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Excellent job. You're the Prince of Pastrami.
No one's called me that before.
I'd be the mayor of Flavortown having a summit meeting with the Prince of Pastrami. Dean's not the first generation of singleton to bring in the catch straight from the boat.
Got 45 pounds there, bub.
His dad, Ray, was a commercial shrimper who started this place back in the 60s.
Jill, crab legs.
And this family tradition goes back even further.
Couple Minorcan Chowders, please.
Minorcan? Majorcan? Minorcan.
Minorcan Chowder.
Minorcan.
There's a little island off Spain called Minorca. That's where my heritage is from.
Red chowder.
Well, you can't get it everywhere. It's got a unique taste. It's loaded with clams.
And where are these from?
From Cedar Key, right around Tallahassee, right around that.
Okay. They're frozen.
Frozen. We get them in fresh. We put them in the freezer. The reason why is, for one, it's easier to shut. Two, it saves all the salt water and all the juices stay inside of it.
Okay. Okay.
Take it, take your knife. Get the clam out. All the salt water stays right with it.
Mamma jamma, that's a big clam.
Yes, sir. Call them chowder clams.
So we're gonna take all of these out, and then we're making Minorcan chowder after we run it through the buffalo chopper.
Exactly.
They're still a little partially frozen, so they won't gum up. They'll just cut into nice pieces.
Yep.
All right, boss.
First, we're gonna add crushed chopped clams. Yes, sir.
I'm out of here.
Crushed tomatoes.
Told you it was gonna splatter. So we're making Manhattan clam chowder.
Basically, a little bit different.
Let me guess, granulated garlic.
Got it.
Granulated garlic, capital of the world.
A little lemon juice, a little Worcestershire, clam base.
Wow.
Water.
Now, how long will this last?
About a day, maybe 2.
Really?
Yeah. And then we put bacon in.
Pre-cooked bacon with a little bit of its fat?
Yep, leave the juice, and we stir it.
Let the clams cook, let it all kind of come together.
For 90 minutes. And then we add onions, celery, bell pepper.
Celery and bell pepper?
Yes.
I'm over here in the splash-free zone.
We add potatoes. Top of the splash zone.
There you go.
We'll stir it in.
And let that go until it heats back up?
Until it gets to a boil.
What about salt and pepper and all that kind of stuff?
No need.
Not necessary.
Nope, clams added.
This will be interesting.
There you go.
Looks like Manhattan chowder. Oh, it's great. Reminds me a little bit more of the seafood cioppino than it does Manhattan chowder. A little spice, a little acid there from the lemon juice, clam flavor, got good bacon flavor. Really good, man. Well, what do you go do so much? I could very easily put a bowl of this down today. Seriously, I'm gonna polish this thing.
And Minorcan clam chowder.
The texture is great, the clams are good, and it's loaded with other goodies.
It's got a lot of flavor in it.
Big flavor, but it's light.
Yeah. I love the fact that there are actually chunks of clams. You can see the seafood in it. It's so good.
Not a burger in the window for Dax.
The burgers are phenomenal. The wings are just...
Oh, you just went from burgers to wings.
It is easy to get distracted with everything that Jeffrey Lemerin has been rolling out of his truck since 2016.
Where did chefery come from?
Chefery was just a play on words from my first name, Jeffrey.
What is the food?
We're known for our burgers, and we'd make elevated bar food from scratch as much as possible.
In a trailer?
Yeah.
Flipping 2 barnyards.
The Barnyard, it's amazing.
When you take a look at it, it's about this big.
You need napkins, you need wet wipes.
All right, chef.
So we have our dry rub for our Barnyard Burger with cheese, bomb sauce, fried chicken, bacon, and all the...
Oh, it is the Barnyard.
It was either that or the petting zoo.
Barnyard.
Mustard powder, onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, coriander,
allspice,
smoked paprika, chili powder, black pepper, instant coffee.
Okay, I'll take that in a rub. Why does it look like cocoa powder?
Because it is.
Ah!
We're shaking, baby.
What's the next step?
We have marinade for the chicken. Dry rub, salt, pickle juice, which we make in-house, hot sauce, buttermilk.
And boneless, skinless chicken breast?
Correct.
How long is this gonna marinate for?
Overnight.
Next up.
We're gonna make our barbecue sauce. We have our apple cider vinegar,
Worcestershire, molasses,
Dijon, brown sugar, salt, liquid smoke, dry rub, ketchup, chipotle,
in adobo, and some garlic.
Let's kick it.
Hit it.
Let's kick it.
Delicious. Is this a base sauce for anything else?
Yes, we're gonna make the bomb sauce with our barbecue sauce. Garlic.
That's definitely bombish.
Bacon grease, honey, Dijon, Thai chili, and here's our barbecue. And there it is, the bomb sauce.
That's good.
Thank you. All right, so now we're gonna make our burgers. 2 pounds of ground Angus, 80-20, 1 egg.
Win in Boca.
Pepper, a little bit of salt, get it on the grill.
Next.
Chicken that we have in our marinade we made. Dredge that with cornstarch and flour, half and half.
Down on the fryer.
For about 5 minutes.
Anything else going on this monster?
Cheddar cheese, fried chicken, the bomb sauce, more cheddar cheese, bacon. Whoa! And then we top it off with more bomb sauce. Voila.
Holy Barnyard. I haven't broke the hunch out in a while. Chef, it's flavor on flavor, and then there's some flavor. But Barnyard is a little PG because in the Flavor Town theaters, that is R-rated for ridiculous.
Barnyard Burgers right here.
Best fried chicken on the planet. The bomb sauce is rich, sweet, with a little bit of tang.
It's just so messy, but so delicious.
He's got great talent.
Here we are in Tampa, Florida, to check out some righteous Mexican food in a school bus. This is Taco Bus.
Welcome to Taco Bus. What can I get you?
The bus is fun. You feel like you're in this little corner of Mexico.
2 chicharron taco.
Very authentic Mexican food.
Tacos are awesome.
2 tacos coming up.
Chicken burrito. I have a little bit of an addiction for it.
Steak tostada.
This is my favorite food.
That's one of the biggest taco trucks I've ever seen. How big is that school bus?
It's about 35 feet.
But when Renee Valenzuela opened this joint in '91,
First we go cargo vans and little trailers. We needed a bigger kitchen. Order up.
so they got a bus.
Carne asada burrito coming up.
And since '99, Renee's using it to crank out the classics he grew up cooking in Mexico.
Fish tacos. We wanted to do food that's very authentic, very deep in Mexico.
From fried pork rinds with salsa verde
It's spicy. It's really good.
to the Mayan standard cochinita pibil.
The meat is just tender and just goes down like water.
And this regional specialty with pulled pork and ancho pepper sauce.
Chilorio torta.
Never seen it. I've been eating Mexican food all my life.
To make chilorio, first we're gonna make carnitas. So we got a Boston butt right here. We're gonna take the fat out.
Okay, so we'll cut it into small pieces.
Right, put a little bit of salt. And now we're gonna put it into the hot pork lard.
Builds a little crust.
Right. Put some Mexican bay leaves.
Allspice, interesting, I like that.
And orange. There you go.
Everybody in the pool.
Simmering, says frying slowly.
How many hours?
About a couple hours.
All right, so it's all cooled down now. We shred it?
That's right.
I like that spice with the allspice in there. We'll shred it, make the sauce, and then make the torta.
That's right.
Got it. Anchois. Love anchois.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. And pasillas.
Pasillas. We got a hot griddle. We're gonna put them in there. It's gonna help awaken the flavors.
And then we're gonna steep them in hot water?
Right.
Okay, so we keep the lid on it so it keeps the peppers submerged. Nice. So what are you doing with the seeds? We're just opening them up here?
Right.
You can't make the sauce with the seeds and then strain the seeds out. They become too bitter.
That's right.
We take all these, now we're gonna grind these up?
Yes, for the chilorio sauce.
I know this routine.
Put the red peppers in the blender. I'm gonna put a little bit of the water.
Okay.
Mexican oregano, as you know, is different.
One of my favorite. Comino.
Vinegar. And then garlic cloves and salt. After we put it through the blender, we're gonna strain it. Then we're gonna put the sauce. We're gonna fry it.
A little bit of the lard that we cooked the pork in?
That's right.
This is gnarly. That's what you gotta do right there. You gotta cook off a little bit of that bitterness.
I'll put the carnitas already shredded.
And we're just gonna sit there and cook this up, let it coat,
Right.
and then we're gonna make the torta.
That's right.
You can't make this sandwich fast enough. So this is homemade bread.
Yeah, refried beans at the bottom. So now we put the chilorio on top.
Refried beans almost work like the mayonnaise.
That's right.
Okay, a little queso.
A little queso on top, jalapenos, then tomatoes, white onions, marinated onions.
Cabbage. Don't stingy with the cabbage.
Okay, and cilantro. Here you go.
Look at that. That's out of bounds, dude.
All right.
The freshness of the bread right off the bat. Then you get this hot, a little bit spicy, the meat. Then you get the crunch of the onion and the little snap from the jalapeno. This got to be one of the best tortas I've ever had.
All right.
I mean, one of the best, dude. That sandwich rocks. So I'm here in Ormond Beach, Florida. Well, do you think really great Southern food that's been chefed up? Well, you will after you check out this joint. This is Rose Villa, Southern Table and Bar.
We got a lot of tickets coming in. Let's get this food out.
This is really the jewel and the centerpiece of our downtown.
Shrimp and grits.
It's just leagues above whatever else you can find around.
Which is pretty much what business partners Pat Sullivan and Sylvia Herrera are going for.
What differentiates it from everybody else?
It's better.
There you go. Point.
You know, Southern inspired with French influence. Bourbon pork chop going in the window.
Mom always made pork chops and applesauce, and Sylvia has put a twist on that and turned it into an adult dish for me.
The bourbon glaze is fantastic. It has a sweet, tangy flavor to it.
What are we making first?
Bourbon barbecue pork chop. So we're gonna make the brine. Salt, brown sugar, water, and then we add the root beer.
So a bone-in chop.
Let these brine for at least 24 hours.
What's next?
The bourbon barbecue sauce,
I got you.
ketchup, brown sugar, apple cider vinegar, bourbon,
Good amount there.
molasses, root beer, coffee, Worcestershire, granulated garlic, granulated onion, chili powder,
Mustard and...
cayenne.
How much is that gonna reduce by?
About a third.
Barbecue sauce is done. What is this getting served with, by the way?
I do a tree fruit chutney.
And what tree fruit do we have today? Tell us about it.
Diced peaches, apples, sun-dried cranberries, garlic,
Ginger, nice call.
apple cider vinegar, sugar, lemon juice,
Here we go.
red pepper flakes, dry mustard, turmeric, ground coriander, and a little cinnamon.
Can't have a chutney without some cinnamon. And we'll let this cook down how long?
10 to 15 minutes.
What else we're gonna make?
Goat cheese grits. So I do half water, half milk, and we will add our grits, cook them down with butter and our heavy cream, goat cheese and salt to finish them.
Fantastic.
So we're gonna take one of our pork chops out of the brine. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this house seasoning.
Okay.
Sugar,
Not salt?
salt,
Ouch.
granulated garlic,
You scared me to death.
ground pepper, granulated onion, and ground thyme. Oil our chop, season it.
Grill it, and when it flat tops is when you're gonna glaze the barbecue sauce on it?
Yep. So now we're gonna plate this up. We've got our goat cheese grits right here. Put on our pork chop, token vegetables,
Token.
tree fruit chutney, little bit of chive oil.
The chutney is the kiss here. The chop itself is great. It's tender. It's got great flavor in it. But the sweetness and a bit of the acidity from the chutney, richness of the chop with a good sear on that, and then the tang of the goat cheese grits. I mean, the medley of what you put together, when you get that perfect bite of all three, Dynamite.
The bourbon barbecue pork chop.
The only thing I like better than drinking bourbon is eating food cooked with bourbon. It just provides such a richness.
How's the pork chop?
Really, really good.
I hear there's a new game in town you gotta check out, where they're doing burgers and tacos like you've never seen before. This is Latin House.
Yellowtail, up.
Talk about Latin fusion, this is where it's at.
Your Matla burger.
Thank you.
It's a great restaurant.
One that Cuban-born chef Michelle Sanchez opened in 2012 after some truly dedicated service.
I was in the Air Force for 4 years.
Thank you for serving our country.
Thank you very much.
And he's still serving. This time, a mix of Latin cultures close to his heart.
Sticky nacho carne asada. My wife is Mexican, and so a lot of our dishes are that Cuban heart with the little sidekick of Mexican flair.
The Chimi Burrito, that is my favorite.
It's kind of a mix between a Cuban and a Mexican burrito.
We're gonna do our vaca frita for our chimi.
Vaca frita!
Vaca frita. We're gonna start off with our chopped onions. So we got the green peppers, whole garlics, and then our bay leaf. This is USDA choice flank steak.
Just gonna cook it down. While that's working, we're gonna make the mojo?
Correct. Classic mojo marinade, sliced onions, naranja agria.
Come on, sour orange, baby.
Chopped garlic.
And a little bit of salt.
We're just gonna let this kind of marry together.
So this is the vaca frita. This is the flank steak that's cooked down. I should probably just try this for like, you know.
Yeah, just test.
Oh!
So what we do is shred it by hand.
In the ropa vieja style.
Exactly, and removing all the little connective tissue that you have.
Whatever you're saying.
Once it's all shredded, we'll go ahead and take our mojo and pour it over the top.
All right, let's do this.
Exact translation of vaca frita, fried cow. So you gotta get it nice and crispy. While that's going, we'll take the tortilla, throw it on the flat top, give it a nice little warm up.
That's it?
Voila. All right, so we got our 3-cheese blend. You wanna start on the base. Chuchi rice.
Isn't that your mom's name?
That's my mom's nickname, is Chuchi. Put the sweet plantains directly inside the burrito. Then we take the vaca. We roll, squeeze the ends, roll again, push in. Always make sure you push it in because it will blow up on you. When it gets dropped for the flash fry.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're gonna fry it?
I'm gonna drop it. Cool.
Oh, the Chimi football.
There you go. I'm gonna slice it open. You got all that goodness inside.
Look at that.
The avocado lime, the crema mexicana, sour cream. We use these as our fries. We call it our tangled love. Our fresh pico de gallo, the Chimi Burrito. And don't do the fork and knife thing. Do it the right way. Like that.
You get the salty beef and this deep, rich beef flavor. And then you get that super seasoned rice. And then all of a sudden, that fried sweet plantain comes in. I mean, wow. That is a Thanksgiving in a burrito. Just Cuban style, with Mexican influence, with French fries on top. So when I first heard about Florida, one of the terms I heard was snowbird. I said, what's a snowbird? Well, it's everybody that wants to avoid the snow. They fly on down to Florida, enjoy the great weather. So how do you feed all these East Coast folks when they come down to Key Largo? If they want some real deal, old school Italian-American food, well, you bring them right here to DiGiorgio's Cafe Largo.
Seafood risotto.
They brought a little taste of Italy to the Keys.
Chicken marsala in the window.
Hands down, the best Italian food you're gonna find anywhere.
Coming from the DiGiorgio family cookbook that Robert inherited from his restaurateur father, Pasquale. When did you come over from Italy?
In 1962. I was 21.
What year did you open your first restaurant in Miami?
1968.
Robert followed in his dad's footsteps and opened this joint in 1992, doing his own take on the family classics.
Truffle lobster mac and cheese.
Truffle lobster mac and cheese is to die for.
The pasta is fresh. It's made from scratch.
Well, we have a pasta extruder here that my father bought and handed down to me.
Beautiful machine.
We're gonna make a version of cavatelli here.
Okay.
You have two different kinds of semolina. One's grainier, one's more powdery. Put them in the hopper of the pasta machine.
Okay.
Salt, pepper, garlic powder combination.
Then we go with the eggs.
We add water until we get the desired texture.
Look at this. Can I just have one of these in my house? Oh, look at how gentle it is. Throw me some soft music behind this, please. Somewhere turning. Like little tears of angels. Gorgeous.
We're gonna take our whole fresh Florida lobster. We're gonna let it cook for a few minutes. And we're gonna add our celery, carrots, and onions.
A little garlic.
Cracked black pepper. Our brandy.
Brandy makes it dandy.
Gotta add my water.
Okay. Now, how long is this gonna sit here?
About 2.5 hours.
Awesome. Strain it.
Let's get our frying pan hot. Some of our reduced stock. Ready to add our heavy cream.
Let that reduce a bit.
We're gonna add a little roux to thicken it up. Then we have a combination Asiago, Fontina, Parmesan, mozzarella, a little smoked provolone in there.
Living on the edge.
Fold in our lobster.
There we go.
Our house-made cavatelli.
There's a ton of cheese in there.
And house-made truffle breadcrumbs.
Okay. And then we're gonna throw it in the salamander, toast off the breadcrumbs,
Top of
and
it.
then we're ready to serve.
We're ready to go.
Okay. Look at that. That lobster is out of bounds. We got a lot of great restaurants in the area, but to know all the history, sharing your recipes and your experience with your son, you're doing it right, buddy. You're doing it right. Thank you, sir. We're here in Daytona Beach, Florida, where a husband and wife from Venezuela moved to the United States for a better life, and they become janitors. They're janitors until they realize that the world needs more Venezuelan food. This is Arapita Beach.
We are ready with the plantains.
This is as authentic as it gets when it comes to Venezuelan food.
Jesquito tostones beef.
You guys ever had food like this? Have you ever had? Never. That's because Daytona Beach isn't exactly overflowing with Venezuelan joints. So Cesar Altamar and his wife Yelis started schooling folks about their country's cuisine. Had you opened a restaurant before?
No, it's the first one. It's the first time. In my family, every time we are cooking, that's our favorite hobby.
Is you order Patacón beef?
I really like Patacón. That is the sweet plantain.
And then you get the shredded beef, the cabbage, tomatoes, and the garlic sauce, and then another plantain on top.
Start it off.
Okay, we have the beef. We put in the hot water, peppers, onions.
And a little salt. Very simple cooking process.
Yeah.
How long is that gonna take?
Around 2 hours.
Till we can shred it. Okay, next.
And oil, the onions, green peppers, sweet peppers, and tomatoes.
Okay.
When this is fried, we put the shredded beef, salt,
comino,
peppers, sazon. This is like anoto, soy sauce.
A lot of soy sauce in Venezuelan food?
Garlic.
Last but not least, the stock from when we cook the beef. And how long does this cook, chef?
10 minutes, more.
Annatto.
It's important for get the right color.
What do we make next?
The garlic sauce. Mayonnaise, onions, the most important.
The garlic.
Cilantro. Water, salt, oil.
And mustard.
We have the garlic sauce.
Next, the plantains?
The sweet plantains, the patacón.
The patacón.
You cut the top and bottom. Try to make 3 slits. Peel, you cut in 2 slices. Then we fry. Flatten to the fryer.
And how long?
Until it's very good and browned.
Okay, chef.
We start with the garlic sauce, shredded beef.
Big.
Cabbage, more garlic sauce, tomatoes.
And ham.
Yeah, ham.
Didn't see the ham coming. What kind of cheese?
Shredded Venezuelan cheese. And this is a soft Venezuelan cheese.
The whole thing?
The whole thing, yeah. It's a big plate. You wanna try?
No, I wanna invite my friends over. A lot of unique foods. There is nothing that will prepare you for that. The sweetness of the plantain is the first thing you got. You get the richness and the creaminess of the cheese. The beef is delicious. It's got a little acid, it's got a little bit of garlic, just the tanginess that you love of it. The garlic sauce is awesome. Sings all the way through. It's an enormous dish, but delicious.
Patacón beef, table number 6.
Balancing the flavors because it's the sweet and the salt. It's good.
I feel like I could just smack these two on top of each other, eat it like a sandwich.
Go right ahead.
I kind of took it from her.
We were fighting over this, actually.
I think it's enough for the whole family to enjoy. You ever find yourself cruising around town thinking, well, I want some Jamaican food? You know, like some stewed oxtail or maybe some curried goat, or better yet, some stewed peas with pigtail. Well, if you're in Kendall, Florida, you're in luck. You gotta come and check out this joint, Jamaica Kitchen. On point.
Lips burning, tongue burning, sweating.
You want some water?
Food is excellent.
This is pretty much authentic as it can get.
Like Jamaican?
Yes, very Jamaican. I'll be back tomorrow to get stew peas and pigtails.
Yep, she said pigtail.
It's quite good.
Or how about some stewed oxtail? Or some curried goat? Wow. And check this out.
I'm having the Chinese chicken.
In a Jamaican restaurant? What kind of food do you call this?
Jamaican and Jamaican Chinese. Curry shrimp with white rice.
It's the food Cheryl Chin and her husband Anson grew up on.
in Jamaica.
Here, just chickpeas.
Where Chinese immigrants, including many of their relatives, had been settling for decades.
3 of my grandparents are from China. My own parents were born in Jamaica, and the recipes has been passed down for years.
I'm from Jamaica originally. I love both.
Now, why don't you call it a Jamaican Chinese restaurant?
We consider ourselves Jamaicans first.
So they're doing the Jamaican classics.
This is Turducken.
This is actually the tail of a cow. It's really good, though.
This is the Rolls Royce of beef.
Cooked up by head chef Alfred Kong.
Start with some water, allspice.
This is allspice, not Chinese spice.
No.
Garlic powder, brown sugar.
Chicken base. Salt, ketchup.
You know?
Scotch bonnet pepper.
3 of them. That's why you wear the glove.
Green onion, regular onion.
We're almost filling our pot up.
Where it'll come down when it starts boiling. Tomatoes, soy sauce.
Soy sauce, thick soy sauce, though.
Right?
That's not like regular soy sauce, is it?
Mushroom soy sauce.
Oh, mushroom soy sauce.
And browning.
Browning caramel. Oh, to add some color to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it on fire.
Put a lid on it, let it simmer for what?
About 3 hours.
3-hour
yeah.
tour? Okay, then you be Ginger, I'll be Gilligan. Like the never-ending pot symphony. A lot of stewing is the basis of Jamaican cooking?
I would say so.
You can.
I did.
You will?
I will.
Okay. Now it's ready to serve? This looks outstanding. I like that. All that flavor in the bone really makes that nice and deep and rich. Nice and tender. This falls right off the
bone.
That's a nice dish.
It's tender, very flavorful meat. You go some places, oxtails like eating rubbers, but this is very tender.
And this is the curry oxtail.
This is the curry.
Oh, I want to try some curry oxtail. That's it. This I could get going on. Oh, man.
You love oxtail.
That's awesome oxtail. I'm salivating.
Spicy.
Not too spicy at all. I gargle with Tabasco.
Mostly spicy. That's what Jamaicans like, spicy foods.
I always get a spicy beef patty.
Almost like a national dish, where everyone in Jamaica eats it.
It's like a meat turnover. Don't be a wuss. Get a
Extra?
super spicy.
Give me super spicy.
Super spicy. All right? That's got
Yeah.
like 45 peppers in there.
That's fantastic.
That's the Jamaican hamburger.
That's a Jamaican
equivalent.
hamburger.
Pretty much.
And
that's
the little red
equivalent.
dots mean?
4 red dots means super hot.
Means trouble. Where was I on this? If you keep eating it.
Here, guys. Sorry.
No, I'm not hot. I totally handle it. That's legit.
And if you want legit,
What is exactly in here?
That's a big tail.
yep, tail of a pig.
With the stew peas, if you don't have the pigtail in it, I don't think it's a full dish.
I don't see you jumping in on this.
I ain't hungry.
I ain't hungry. Well, there's another one, Donner's Drive-Ins and Dives. Pigtail. Strange.
You get out of the mind that it's a pig's tail and you just enjoy the flavor.
Very nice.
Let's have the best food, and it's not only Jamaica.
You cannot go into a mainstream Chinese restaurant and find dishes like these. Sui men, which is a noodle soup.
With barbecued pork, chicken, and shrimp.
The fuga,
That's bitter melon, stuffed with shrimp and pork.
It's Chinese food that we used to get in Jamaica.
pork and ham choy.
It's delicious.
That's pork belly with pickled mustard green that they're making by the gallon.
So we put the pork in, a little sugar.
Just 1 tablespoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little salt. Eyeball it.
So about 1.5 tablespoons.
Yeah. Mushroom sauce.
Mushroom soy.
Bean sauce. 2 tablespoons.
One of my favorite.
This is oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce.
Ginger.
And since it's gonna sit there and stew, you don't have to worry about chopping it up.
Right.
Okay.
Green onion.
Got a cup of those. White onions too.
White onion.
Water.
Water, yes. There you go, guy.
Holy garlic, Batman. How much?
That much.
Well, I have Johnny garlic, so I guess that's Jamaica garlic.
Sesame oil, black beans.
How long do we put on this stove?
Hour and a half.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Alfred, this is the most unique layout of food I've seen.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I don't think I can buy that at Myers Restaurant Supply.
We made that.
No.
Yeah, we did.
Really?
I was thicken it up with some cornstarch.
Like a roux? Like a slurry?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever I want to call it. So in go the pickled mustard greens.
5 minutes.
Another 5 minutes, let it set up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's looking good. Now you're talking to me. And that I like. See the sauce on that? Money. Big, deep, rich flavor. That's good.
A little bit tangy, and at the same time, it's a little sweet.
Almost every day. I always like to have a home cooked meal.
We always like the Jamaican dishes because I
Jamaican,
can't
right.
cook them at home.
So you come and get your fix here.
Right.
I like it.
When curry goes, you have to come in and try it for yourself. It's just delicious. We called it a humongous order.
And you're just snacking on yours while you're waiting for the order.
Right.
I like the way you roll. Keep these, send them to my mom.
You'd be so proud of me, I wouldn't eat broccoli, but I'll scarf down a pigtail. When you're cruising the coastal states like, you know, California or Florida, there's usually two things people are looking for. That's good beaches and great seafood. And from what the locals tell us, we found both here at the Whale's Rib restaurant in Deerfield Beach, Florida.
Pound of large stone, steam dip switch.
We're about 100 yards from the ocean. The fish is always fresh, always.
Mussels and garlic butter.
The rock shrimp is the best.
Best clam chowder since I was 8 years old.
Made the same way since owner Dale Stevenson,
Who had the oysters?
opened this joint almost 30 years ago.
A lot of repeat business from people when they were kids. Now they're 30 years old. They're coming back with their kids.
I've been coming here for 20 some odd years. It's exactly the same.
With a staff that keeps on coming back, too. How many years?
19.
What'd you do, start in kindergarten?
Yeah. Oh, I love you.
And kitchen manager John Keener,
We got 2 dozen raw oysters going to the bar side.
he's been here since '93.
Bitch, I'm fresh, you're not caring.
We ain't having it.
I like the attitude.
I've got a medium and large stone crab here. They are in season right now.
Awesome crab cakes.
You haven't even been into it yet.
Yeah, I had one earlier. This is my second plate.
1 dozen oysters. Pick it up.
I've had oysters, but not fresh like this.
In the shell,
That's how I shot.
baked with Parmesan, and this classic,
Oyster Rockefeller.
done the Whale's Rib way.
Very good with the tomato.
With a tomato slab? Is that normal?
It's normal for them.
First of all, what type of oysters are we rocking out?
From the Gulf of Mexico.
Are they fresh?
Oh, definitely.
Did you shuck them here?
Yes, sir. Steamed spinach here.
Press the water out of it.
Definitely. You didn't want soup on your oysters. Give it a coarse chop. Go in the bowl with it.
Not starting out with the frozen. Okay, so fresh
Nope.
spinach steamed.
Diced onion, Italian breadcrumbs,
Okay.
Parmesan cheese, teaspoon cayenne pepper.
Supposed to say like cayenne.
Cayenne pepper, about 1 ounce of black pepper, white wine. That's all she wrote.
Wow, so that's very spinachy.
Very much so. We're gonna put the Rockefeller mix on top of the oyster on the half
A
shell.
little tray wrapped in tin foil so you don't have to scrub it too hard.
Go easy on the dishwashers.
Holy pinch, Popeye.
Slice of tomato, a little provolone cheese.
Tomato.
Tomato, yeah. A little parm on top just to brown it up.
I have never seen it made this way. This is the most unique.
Welcome to Deerfield Beach.
Okay.
In the oven she goes.
So they're gonna go down for about 10 minutes?
A little under 10 minutes.
Nice and bubbly?
Yep.
Tomato?
Tomato, buddy, I'm telling you. Wait till you try it.
Look at the hot, molten lava of spinach and such. What do you think? Go for it?
I say go for it.
Good. Little hot.
How's that tomato, huh?
Wow, that's good. I do enjoy the acid from the tomato. As odd as it sounds, it really does work in there. And the spinach is nice. You really do get real spinach out of that. That's a really good Rockefeller. It's the burnt cheese around the edge that gets you.
It's hot.
Light, flaky, they're tasty.
Very fresh tasting.
Black and dolphin, baby.
This is the best of Deerfield.
The main reason I came to Florida was to have the seafood. It's delicious. And I wouldn't really go anywhere else.
People who live around here hang out. They kept us going, and for a tiny little place, I think it's fantastic.
So I'm in Key Largo, Florida, and of course it's raining, but I'm right here on US 1. Now, I've heard about this place from just about everybody. They say the food is outrageous. They've got a fish market in the restaurant, but I don't know how they came up with the name. This is the Fish House.
Fried crab conch.
You take your first bite, you're hooked.
Pan saute grouper.
So phenomenally fresh.
Shrimp bundles.
This is my good buddy, DJ Irie.
I've heard about it. I had no idea was this legit. If you're coming to the Keys, you don't stop at the fish house. Why'd you bother?
But that wasn't the case when Doug Brew and CJ Berwick bought this place back in '87.
You know, I didn't do a lot. 6 lunches was a big day.
So along with their son Phil, they spent their days working and their nights in a trailer out back. How did he talk you into this?
I think it was mutual, really.
Over the years, they built a big following with a revamped seafood menu.
1 shrimp and octopus salad. Conch chowder.
And this Fish House original,
1 yellowtail Matecumbe.
served up by Chef Joey Flowers.
It's fresh, it's healthy.
It's a fantastic dish.
Matecumbe.
We have an upper Matecumbe and lower Matecumbe. They're keys down here.
All right, get after it. Tell me how it works.
All right, fresh chopped tomatoes, chopped onion, capers, fresh basil.
And is this the salsa that's going on top of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Olive oil. We'll do some fresh lemon, salt, pepper.
Mix this up, let this marinate come together.
In the fridge, overnight.
And how are we gonna prepare the fish?
Yellowtail.
Yellowtail's one of the best down here.
Oh yeah, local fish. You can catch them anytime. Then we're just gonna top it with the Matecumbe sauce. Just in the convection oven, about 475.
Oh my gosh, it's screaming hot.
6 to 8 minutes. Matecumbe.
Nicely done. That's it, simple approach.
That's it.
Delicate, tender, taste the fish, little brininess of that caper, little kick of the onion and the shallot. nice little tomato basil combo. That's the exact Florida Keys experience I wanted to have. Really dynamite.
A Picasso dish, if you will.
Presentation is always beautiful.
This stuff comes out of the water about 300 yards over there.
They have their own fishermen that fish for them.
And while you could reel in a fresh catch at their in-house fish market,
We've taken the shrimp home, we've taken the yellowtail home.
most of these beauties head straight for the kitchen.
If you love fish, you're gonna love the fish house.
When I came down to the Keys, this is the seafood restaurant I wanted to come to. You can't hear the seagulls, you don't see any boats, and you got a freeway in your front yard.
Right.
Yet this is probably one of the greatest seafood experiences I've had down here.
Thank you.
I was in Orlando, Florida back in 2017 when a hot tip came in from someone in the know. A buddy of mine says, hey, Guido, I know how much you love mofongo, and I know how much you dig funky joints. I got the place you gotta check out. So I did, and the rumors were spot on. So much so, he had to double in size to fit all the fans. This is Willie's Pinchos.
Carne frita with tostones in the window.
It's authentic, it has all the flavors. It's exactly what you're looking for when you think of Puerto Rican food.
Chicken and pork 911 in the window.
Puerto Rican dishes are very big and filling. They don't miss out here.
Carne frita with tostones.
I saw it on Triple D, and that's what made me want to stop by, and it was the best decision.
Yeah, the best decision I made too, because Willie Garcia's got a good thing going on.
What kind of restaurant was this before you?
It used to be a pizzeria.
It was a pizzeria and now it's a pincheria.
It's a pizzeria.
And what does pinchos mean?
Pincho means skewer, meaning a stick.
On a stick?
Yes, sir.
There we go. This is 6 years ago. Always impressive. And to be able to come and find Puerto Rican food with some adventure, you definitely have taken things to another level.
Thank you.
They gotta love it.
Shrimp pinchos.
Puerto Rican culture is known for its spices, its flavors. So when you come to Willie's Pinchos, it's genuine Puerto Rican style food.
What are we gonna make?
We're making the mofongo with the pork fry.
So you get the plantains in.
We put them in hot water.
Makes them easier to peel?
Yes, and then we...
Nobody told me that.
That's what you're learning here today.
Look at this.
Look, that's it. So we cut it on chunks, and then we fry them. Now we're gonna make the house mojito. We take the garlic.
And we're gonna use this to season the pork.
Exactly. The salt, pepper, and garlic. Mash it down like that together. Okay. Vegetable oil.
So this is pork butt that's boneless.
And then we do it overnight.
And then we're gonna fry it off?
Yeah.
All right, let's put it together, man.
We take 2 head of garlic, adobo, and then we mash it down.
Right.
Mojito again. Then we get the plantains.
I can already smell it. Just give the onions a little kiss.
Then you go from the like ice cream.
Look at that.
Then we get the pork. And then you get your cilantro sauce and you get your mayo ketchup sauce.
Oh, that's good mofongo, buddy. I've never seen it with a cilantro ajo either. So just different people have different ways?
Yeah, we don't play with the rules.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Mofongo has to be pureed. We still have to have big pieces. So you get soft, and then something that's almost crunchy like a pretzel nugget. Nice job, brother.
Thank you.
Back in 2017, I did a show called Guy's Big Project. I brought all these people in and had this great show, and there was one guy in particular that stood out, and he said he's doing real deal barbecue. Looks like real deal barbecue. He says next time you come to Central Florida, you gotta check it out and let me cook for you. I'm here, this is Rashad Jones, and this is Big Lee's Barbecue.
Big Lee's smoked chicken and mac and cheese.
Ocala is a better place because of Big Lee's barbecue.
I need more Big Lee's burnt ends.
Big Lee's is big flavor.
Brisket is looking spot on.
A great natural flavor that you can't find anywhere else.
Would you call this Carolina barbecue, Kansas City barbecue, Texas barbecue?
I call it Big Lee's barbecue.
And there's definitely a story behind that name.
Big Lee's was inspired by Leon Archie, which is Rashad's uncle.
He inspired me.
What were you doing when you decided to get into the world of barbecue?
Working with at-risk kids to help them make better choices in life. I don't believe there's bad kids. I believe there's good kids that come up in bad situations. So you gotta give them a different situation. It's like food. You put the attention into it, it's probably gonna come out really good.
Rashad brings something different to the table that a lot of people don't really bring.
Big Lee's smoked ribs and a Kathy.
They're good ribs because they have meat on them. We love the Kathy.
The brisket with the mac and cheese, I mean, you create a little space of heaven.
Okay, chef, let's see it.
This is our Big Lee's house rub. Salt, coarse ground black pepper, granulated onion, granulated garlic, oregano, basil, rosemary, thyme.
And thyme. All right, so you bring in the spare rib. You're gonna cut this down?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock some of this down. I like to get some of these little bones out.
Get some of the flat meat.
Get right in here. That's squared off pretty nicely.
You'll pull the silver skin. So what happens with the brisket?
A little bit too much fat on it. Knock that off, part of the point.
They both get the same dry rub. Are we gonna let this sit?
Absolutely. 24 to 48 hours.
What kind of wood they going on?
Central Florida oak. Low and slow, we don't really do time and tempo on a lot of things. Once the brisket has developed its bark, we're gonna pull it off the smoker. For this slab of spare ribs, I'm gonna let the color develop. I'm also gonna wait for it to get really tender so it bends easily, and then I'm gonna pull it.
What are we into?
Flame tang barbecue sauce. Butter, kosher salt, ground black pepper, cayenne, cumin, kind of let the aromatics from those wake up a little bit. Rice wine vinegar, apple cider vinegar, some bourbon, a bit of hot sauce.
Worcestershire?
Not too much. Granulated garlic, granulated onion, light brown sugar, yellow mustard.
And then a boatload of ketchup. How long is this gonna cook down?
So the brown sugar dissolves.
A little bit of sweetness, the ACV's the right amount. I mean, that's my kind of barbecue sauce.
Now we're gonna start on the Kathy, brisket stuffed mac and cheese. We're gonna get into our cheese sauce with a little bit of butter. You let the butter brown just a little bit. Kosher salt, tiny bit of sugar. Processed cheese.
That gives that nice silky creaminess.
Extra sharp cheddar.
Ow! That's how sharp that was.
And milk. Let this cook down. All right, so now we're gonna stuff the mac and cheese with chopped sauce brisket.
Gorgeous. Do you have current registration on this rig?
Yes, sir.
All right. Cop pulled up just now. I almost had it. Oh, the fat just melts. Wow.
I'm gonna sauce this. Dump these cooked noodles in here. Let them get nice and saucy. Go down with a layer
okay.
Shredded Gouda.
Now brisket.
Cover that up with a little more Gouda.
And then the rest of the mac and cheese goes on top of that. And then more sharp cheddar. That's all she wrote.
This is going on the smoker, 30 minutes max. I'm gonna slice you up some ribs.
Look at that.
There you have it.
Love the barbecue sauce in the meat. The sharp cheddar on top, dynamite. I mean, mac and cheese with a dollop of smoked brisket on top of it would not be the same. There's something about infusing the flavor of that brisket into the mac and cheese. There's more smoke ring than there is meat. Juicy is an understatement. Dynamite bark, seasoned all the way through from that dry brine. That barbecue sauce, there's definitely good heat in it, definitely good vinegar in it. Every single thing here has its own uniqueness about it. That's what takes this to the next level.
Oh man, these ribs are looking great.
I love the ribs. The flavors are marinated through the meat.
They're really juicy, and I love the smokiness in it.
What do you think of those ribs?
They're delicious.
And no sauce on them.
Naked.
You are what?
No.
Have you ever had stuffed mac and cheese?
No, amazing.
Have you tried the sauce yet?
Yes, nice flavor. It elevates the meat. It's really good.
There you go.
Thank you, Rochelle.
Enjoy.
So you guys are so gonna dig this one. Here I am in Atlantic Beach, about 15 miles outside of Jacksonville, Florida, to visit a joint that was a dream of four sisters. Now, people around here say that they are running the real deal Irish pub in a strip mall. This is Cohan's Irish Pub.
Hey, ladies. Shepherd's pie.
I just love this place.
The best Irish comfort food.
Cabbage up.
Corned beef and cabbage, just incredible.
They know what they're doing.
Because they grew up on it.
The Culhane sisters, they are awesome.
Yeah. That'd be Mary Jane, Michelle, Linda, and Anya Colhan.
Thank you.
Who opened this joint to serve the food they love.
Recipes from Ireland, our mother cooked, but our grandmother cooked.
So they brought in longtime friend and head chef,
Thank you.
Olive Davis.
I tricked her. I was like, come on, I just need you part-time. And then I sucked her in.
And now,
2 orders of Guinness stew.
she's cranking out all the family favorites.
Come on, the Guinness stew.
Tastes like beer and tastes like beef at the same time.
It's so succulent and melts in your mouth. I love it.
So what are we gonna make first?
Our house seasoning blend.
Put it in Guinness beef stew. White pepper, black pepper, dry oregano, dry basil, garam masala, curry powder, clove,
Got it?
nutmeg.
Wow, it's a lot of nutmeg.
It is kosher salt, onion powder, garlic powder, granulated garlic,
Dry mustard.
dried mustard, sugar.
And Montreal steak seasoning.
No,
What is it?
it's a roasted granulated garlic.
Roasted granulated garlic.
Yes.
Who made this?
And me, I did, yeah.
What did you
now,
do?
Now you just, wait till you see it all
Eeny,
mixed
miny.
up. Wait till you see it all mixed up.
Okay.
All right, can I mix it up?
Go.
All right. All right, and it does go in everything. Wait till you taste our beef stew. You're gonna love the top, bottom, run.
Gooseneck.
Yeah.
A lot of flavor, a lot of connective tissue. Definitely is one of the kind of meats that you want to trim, clean up, and cook a long time.
Yep.
She slices, she dices, she chops. So we cube all this up. Meat's all cut.
Marinated overnight in Guinness beer.
Look at that.
Our house seasoning blend, fresh thyme. Use it the next day, tenderized, enough for us to cook it in 3-4 hours.
Let's go.
All right. I am making our demi-glace. Veal bones.
Wow, we're getting serious about the demi.
Yeah, I am. We'll help brown them up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. Carrots, onions, leeks, celery.
Pop her in the oven. How many hours?
About an hour and a half. Put it in the oven.
Holds it down with her foot. Kitchen warrior. Ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, whoa. Let's roast to the most.
Some red wine to get the fondant off the bottom of the pan.
She's serious.
Transfer the veal bones to a stock pot. More wine, water.
In?
In.
And how often are you making this a week?
Once or twice.
Girl cooks.
Bouquet garni.
We've got some rosemary and some bay leaf.
Peppercorn and whatnot.
More Guinness.
More Guinness, oh yeah. Tomato. A little bit of tomato paste. It cooks for, 6 to 8 hours, depending.
Add water a couple more times.
Oh yeah. And then we just keep it on real low.
Then we'll take it, strain it, cool it, skim the fat, and ready to go.
And ready to go, yes sir.
All right.
Guinness beef stew. Oil in.
Oh, we're hot.
That's hot.
Oh, there you go. I usually like to stand right up there in a fire suit. Oh, you can't tell there's any Guinness coming out of it.
Meat likes Guinness,
I
too.
can smell it. Meat likes Guinness.
We add in our onions, carrots, and the cremini mushrooms. Sweat it down for about another hour.
The flour goes in to make the roux?
Stir that up a little bit.
I have Ngalen. I don't know where I got German from.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
I love it. Wow, that smells great.
Barley.
And that's just to thicken it up a little bit as well?
Yeah. Adding a bouquet garni. A little bit of the seasoning blend again. Then we add in...
Look at the demi.
I'll go up high like you did.
You could run your Hemi on that demi.
And then
just
it
let
cooks
it reduce.
down again. It thickened up.
Ooh.
The meat all broke down. It's all Guinnessy.
Look at that.
This is a good, full belly dish.
Oh, you can smell like Guinness. This is rich, flavorful, full of depth. It's outstanding.
Thank you so much, Chef Guy.
Really nice, rounded, roasted flavor. The carrots play in perfectly. Little velvety texture from the mushrooms. And the meat completely just dissolves in your mouth tender.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
So impressed. Phenomenal.
And the Guinness stew for you.
I love the beef is juicy.
It is the bomb.
It is.
So I'm here in Hollywood, Florida. Not too long ago, in this same downtown area, I went to Krakatoa, a funky little Indonesian place serving up a type of food that people have heard about, but probably haven't tried that much. So it can't be that I'm at another place where the same situation has happened. I mean, everybody's talked about Peruvian food. Everybody knows lomo saltado. But did you know that Peru is known for their street sandwiches? This is J28.
Here comes the beef.
This place is just amazing. The people that open it obviously show love that they have for their cuisine.
Empanada. It's very creative. The food is on point.
And it's served up by brothers Javier and Marco Rondon, who are repping the Peruvian tastes I know about, and then some. When I think about Peruvian food, I don't think about sandwich shops.
In Peru, sandwiches is very popular. Like you guys do hamburgers.
Right.
We do sandwiches.
If I come here, I get the same thing if I went to Peru.
Pretty much, yeah.
So if I look for a while, I'll be kind of perusing the menu.
Definitely.
Perusing the menu. I'll be here all week. Try the mushroom quinoa bowl.
Marco, I got your mushroom quinoa coming up.
The quinoa mushroom bowl is fantastic. It's got the right amount of seasoning and flavor in there just to make every bite pop.
What are we making?
This pepper is called ají amarillo, and I use it as a base for the mushroom quinoa bowl. It's a little spicy.
Right.
We need to boil it down 3 times so
Okay.
we get the spiciness out. Peel the skin.
Okay.
And then in the blender. That's it.
This is ketchup to the gringos?
You can say that. Yeah.
I just did.
Exactly.
Thank you. This is the sauce for the mushroom quinoa stir-fried.
Amarillo paste, the one we just did.
Don't mix that up with the baby food.
This is my secret recipe, so don't share with
I'm
me.
not gonna tell you.
Thank you. Garlic goes in. Ginger paste, red wine vinegar, soy sauce.
Arriba. I'll have some of that to go. All right, chef, let's fire it up.
Oil.
Cremini mushrooms, toasted off in the oil, hot and fast.
Red onions, Roma tomatoes.
Just scarring those veggies right now. The jus that we made with the ají amarillo, the soy sauce, the ginger, and the garlic. The mushrooms in.
The switch works.
Cooked quinoa.
A little bit of juice again. Quinoa at the bottom. A mushroom mixture with tomatoes, onions, the juice.
My mouth is starting to water.
Green onions and cilantro.
You get these big pieces of the mushroom. It's got a lot of texture in it. But you know what the key is this? This quinoa has been cooked so perfectly, each little bite pops, 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 giving you this little extra bits of texture. That's one of the most basic dishes we've ever done on Triple D. But I will tell you, the flavor is through the roof. Dynamite.
I'm so happy right now.
Here's your mushroom quinoa.
I like how fresh it is, how light it is.
It gives a good, consistent flavor every single bite.
Yes, Burt Reynolds' younger brother does live down here in South Florida. It's my buddy Rich and Chad. So are you a quinoa fan?
Yeah, this is perfect dish for me. Mushrooms are tender and marinated. It's amazing.
Making the turkey sandwich.
I stumbled across J28 2.5 years ago. Been coming here ever since.
A lot of people don't understand the J28. July 28th is for...
It's the Peruvian Independence Day.
Yeah.
And we open on July 28 also.
So it's not just great food, it's Peruvian pride.
I've been to Peru, and the sandwiches here are always perfect.
Here's your chicharron sandwich.
The chicharron sandwich is one of a kind. The pork belly, it's made to perfection.
We're gonna make a pork belly chicharron sandwich.
That's right. We're gonna make the rolls.
Okay.
Flour, sugar, salt, yeast. Mix it a little bit as water goes in.
Okay.
After 2 minutes, we add shortening.
We'll let this mix how much longer?
10 minutes more.
And then we'll cut it, proof.
For 2 hours.
And then we'll bake.
For 20 minutes.
Got it. Where are we at?
So this is our fire sauce. In Peru, is usually this pepper, the rocoto peppers.
I got you.
We took this other pepper called limo. This is spicier than this one, but both together, the combination is really good.
Yeah, I bet.
Salt, oil.
And a little water. Let's see it.
So this is the marinade for our pork belly sandwich. Ginger, oregano, 5 spices, brown sugar, salt and pepper.
Ají amarillo.
That's right. Ají panga paste.
Ají panga.
Garlic paste, red wine vinegar, soy sauce.
How long is this gonna marinate in the pork belly?
Overnight.
Then we're gonna boil it in the marinade and water.
Drain the water and we fry it.
Crispy, slice it, go.
That's right.
All right, let's see it, Chef.
Our beautiful Rosetta roll. Listen to this. The crunchy.
I hear the crunchy.
The mayo, sweet potato.
Okay.
The pieces of pork belly on top. Pickled onions, pickled with a little bit of lime juice. Has some cilantro also.
And the fire sauce.
Carrots. This is our sandwich.
Look at that. I have to smash it down. I can't get my fat mouth on my fat sandwich. When I think of chicharron, I think of Mexican chicharron, the crunchy skin.
Yep.
The bread gives me that crunch. After that, you get that creaminess of the sweet potato, the much-needed acid of the onion, and the tender, juicy pork, and then the little icing on top, that pepper sauce. This is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
You want to eat more. You want to eat the other half. You want to eat the one that the person next to you is not finished yet.
All right, chicharron coming up.
I taste the pork. I definitely taste the onions. All the flavors just pop.
The bread has a nice crunch on the outside, but it's very fluffy inside.
How many of those sandwiches can you eat?
I could probably do 3.
Thanks for telling the truth.
After his 3, we take about a dozen of these empanadas home.
Coming here is almost as good as actually going to Peru.
I love everything that I get here.
If this is what I've been missing in Peru, I gotta go. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You see, this is a husband and wife team that've got this dynamite restaurant. He is a culinary rock star. So much so, it's called the Culinary Cafe.
Chicken waffle, 2 minutes.
The food is always good. I've had everything on the menu twice.
You always get something unique and different.
Old Bay Dolphin, okra perlu.
Fresh fish. The ingredients are locally grown and harvested. I mean, absolutely amazing.
Old Bay mahi mahi.
You can't go wrong with anything on the menu.
Love our fresh fish here. We're super close to the ocean.
Cornmeal Snapper, Chow Chow, table 3.
The Cornmeal Snapper and Chow Chow is an unbelievable dish.
The fish is always hot and crunchy with the cornmeal coating, and the chow chow kind of cools it down, and there's a little bit of kick in that aioli.
We're gonna do a good old down-home cornmeal fried fish.
But look how fresh this is.
This is hyper local, right?
We're just gonna fillet this real quick.
Look at that. I mean, just hit me with a little bit of salt, pepper, and some lime juice. I'm good to go.
Super abundant, right? This is a sustainable fish.
It'll be standard breading, seasoned flour into an egg wash, and then our cornmeal mix.
Okay. Whatever you want to do. You're the boss.
Just put the knife down.
Seasoned flour, egg wash mixture, and then cornmeal, flour, and cornstarch.
Boom, drop them.
Now we're gonna make our chow chow.
I eat bucket of chow chow.
Nice.
Okay? Anything pickled, crunchy,
Yep.
southern, I'm down.
Green bell peppers, pickled green tomato, red bell pepper, roasted corn.
This is my amount of chow chow, by the way.
One feeding?
Yes.
There's really not anything that this can't go on and be good.
Chow chow and a hot dog.
Fantastic.
For sure.
Exactly.
Oh my
Fantastic.
goodness.
Next, we're gonna make our marinade white vinegar, a little bit of water, sugar, salt, pepper, granulated onion, granulated garlic, lemon with zest. Pour this right on top. Mix by hands.
Versus mixed by face?
Yeah, what else?
Mixed by foot?
Yeah. Yep, thank you.
If you want to try chow chow the way I think Grandma made it in the South, that's that.
Right, fresh, crunchy.
What else do we have before we put this together?
Smoky habanero aioli. Eggs, roasted garlic, lemon juice, smoked paprika, Dijon mustard, white vinegar, salt, pepper.
Stick blender, it's a good tool.
A little oil. So there's your mayo. These are habaneros, cooked down with a little bit of sugar.
It's gonna be warm.
A little bit of water, white distilled vinegar, salt, pepper. Then we just blend this right back up. Just take a little bit of this, blend it right in.
My mouth just went into full-on salivation.
So now we're gonna plate our dish. We're gonna start with the chow chow, aioli. Snapper's gonna rest right in it. Chopped parsley.
Go ahead, Chef. The real beauty of the fry on this, you get everything you want, but that extra crunchification from the cornstarch.
Let me get in there.
He's going for the big piece. Going for the big piece. I tell you, he's gonna go for the big piece.
What's really nice about cornmeal is it adds a lot of flavor.
Ow, it's my toe. Don't worry, I got 9 more.
Oh, it's really good all together.
Better than good. Fantastic. I'm just trying to get that perfect bite.
That's it.
It's easier if I get it good.
Do it.
Go for it.
I figured it out.
Chow chow chaser.
I like to party.
And cornmeal snapper.
Fish that's delicate like snapper, you have to really have a delicate fry. The cornmeal on it is just crunchy enough. You get that little kick of heat, and then the chow chow is perfect.
It's called a turducken, just one of the handmade, homemade specialties transplanted New Yorker Mark Rebhan and his son Matt are cranking out.
Need some fries down?
At the restaurant and butcher shop, first opened by Mark's dad 32 years ago.
Well, basically, I mean, you have a chicken, a duck, and a turkey. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this chicken and cut it right down the back. I call this a scissor cut here. You wanna get your knife tip in here. This is the oyster meat of the chicken, best part.
Right, now the duck.
Same way.
I like this.
All right.
This is kind of like culinary Disneyland for a dude like me.
All right.
Big turkey.
If I'm down far enough, this is gonna pull right out. Stock pot.
That was money, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, can I try this one?
Sure, absolutely. Be my guest.
I feel a good finger cutting coming in.
And you're just gonna kind of go down, pull the meat. There it is. Good job. We're gonna take the duck and the chicken. I'm gonna hit it with a little Cajun seasoning. Throw the duck down. Same with the chicken.
Chicken goes on a little, this is the super hot side, a little less hot.
Right, right. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, put some of them blackening seasonings on there. Virgin olive oil here. Get it into the seams, the pockets where you took the thigh bones out. A little blackening on this guy. And take some of this cornbread stuffing here. Now you're gonna go to your spinach stuffing here. And you're gonna put some andouille sausage.
And you guys make the andouille sausage also?
Here on premises. Some roasted red bell peppers.
Oh, that looks good.
And now you're gonna take your duck inside this turkey. You're not doing as much now.
Just kind of hiding him in there now.
Yeah, now we're gonna go to the chicken.
I bet you have a lot of friends come Thanksgiving and Christmas time.
You're just gonna take it, and you're gonna bring it up and turn it like this. Sometimes it's best to have a friend help you hold it. I grab it.
Let me see if I can find somebody. When is your spring clothing line coming out? You're really doing a Mac job. Dude, you make that look so easy. That might be one of the best looking, uncooked food items I've ever, I mean, it's just beautiful.
You just want to kind of set it up in here.
Now, how long does Superbird take?
This Superbird here is going to take about 12 to 13 hours at 200 degrees.
How many?
12 to 13 hours.
Hot.
1, 2, 3. All right. I feel better.
I say, hey, you do.
I'm gonna cut it right down the middle.
Steam coming off that. Oh, you should smell that. Holy moly.
How's that look for you?
Oh, man.
It's a good combination.
Definitely the richness of the duck and the fat. And then, you know what I pick up in there is the andouille.
Mm-hmm.
And the chicken has such a lighter texture than the turkey.
Yeah.
That is a flavor fest right there. So I'm here in Boynton Beach, Florida. Love coming down here for so many reasons, and one is the food. I mean, you find every type of food you want down here. You got Puerto Rican, Dominican, Haitian, outstanding seafood. You got it.
But when I hear there's a joint that's doing farm to table, and I'm talking real farm to table, like bringing in whole animals, breaking them down and using them in every possible way, that's my kind of joint. This is the butcher in the bar.
Charcuterie board up.
It's not the same old food.
They use the best ingredients.
Scrapple biscuit up.
It's a hidden gem. It's absolutely phenomenal.
That's exactly what Eric Anderson and Mard Hadeen were going for when they opened this joint and added Chef Logan Gates to the team.
We really wanted it to be a bar with really great food.
Premium, not pretentious.
We focus heavily on locally sourced anything.
So you can break down a whole animal from beef to hog to goat to sheep to...
Use every part of it.
Amen.
Logan's an awesome butcher. He can pretty much perform magic back there. Porchetta plating.
The porchetta is perfect with the bread and the remoulade. Yum.
We're gonna cut out the porchetta. Taking out the tenderloin.
Beautiful. I've had my hacksaw. Okay, just use yours.
Start deboning.
Look at that. It's not your first rodeo.
We'll just fillet it. Open up the skin.
How sexy is that? What are we gonna fill it with?
The rub for the porchetta. Salt, whole fennel seed, lemon zest, garlic, parsley,
curly leaf,
rosemary, thyme, black pepper, and sage. Now we're just gonna season all parts of it. Now we're gonna roll, tie it up.
A little cinch. Go to the oven.
450.
Build it crackling on the skin.
Drop the oven down to 285 and cook it for about 3 hours. Pull it out, let it rest.
What are we gonna make?
The garmelada that goes on top of the sandwich. Curly parsley.
Big surge in the curly parsley business now.
Garlic, lemon zest. Add in the oil until all that oil is emulsified.
I mean, that's pretty rustic.
Yep. All right, so we're making our porchetta sandwich. Remove the skin, then we will slice the porchetta. Heat it up on the flat top. Ciabatta bread, the gremolata on top and bottom, the porchetta. Our salad, radish, fennel, lemon, vinaigrette, and we're gonna top it with the pork rinds from the outside.
It's just butter. You've cooked it down so long, it's just outrageous. It's super tender, it's super moist. The radish and the fennel, you get great crunch from it, but you also get a nice, clean finish. Some of the best porchetta sandwiches I've ever had. Kind of just like a drop the mic and I'll walk.
Porchetta sandwich for you?
For me, it's the texture with all the crackly bits.
Love the gremolata. It's perfect, honestly.
One porchetta, one hot dog, one butcher burger.
We're the local farm that brings them this amazing pork that they season up. We provide the eggs.
Hey, buddy, what's going on? He just does an awesome job with our beef. Hot dog coming up next.
The New York dog here is freshly made. Everything complements it.
Best hot dog I ever had.
What are we getting into?
House-made hot dog. So I'm gonna take out the chuck roll right now.
We'll start to cut this into usable strips.
Yep. So let's make the seasoning for the hot dogs. Coriander, granulated onion, granulated garlic, nutmeg.
A lot of nutmeg.
White pepper, salt, and curing salt.
Okay.
Season the meat.
This is the coarse grind. Change out the dye and run it 2 more times.
Yep. I add the ice in the third grind to make sure it stays as cold as possible.
So it's always ice. It's not ice, ice, maybe. Anybody? This thing on? Hello? Then we'll come to the food processor where we whip it.
Until it's nice and sticky.
I mean, it's pate.
So we're gonna case.
Give it a little spin. Once we get it cased.
Uncovered in the fridge for at least an hour.
And it'll smoke for how long?
Hour and a half at 185.
What kind of wood?
Apple.
And now we're making the mustard.
We take our dry mustard seeds and we blanch them twice.
Twice?
Blanch them twice.
And what's it rinsing off?
The outer coating, which can sometimes be slightly bitter.
That's what I've been doing wrong.
Blanched mustard seeds, apple cider vinegar, water, paprika, turmeric.
There's your color.
Salt and sugar. Blend it on high. Yes.
That's delicious. You're also gonna make the sauerkraut, aren't you?
We're also gonna make the sauerkraut.
Overachiever.
We're going to salt and bruise the cabbage. I let this sit for as long as a day. Squeeze out all the water, add caraway seed.
Don't get carried away with that.
Crushed bay leaf, black pepper into our fermenting jar.
How long is this gonna go?
10 days, but can go as long as 2 months.
And the bubbler up top there.
It creates an airlock, which makes an anaerobic environment so that you can properly ferment. Steam our hot dog. Warm up the kraut.
If you're just tuning in, short of catching the steer, this guy scratch made the hot dog. Wow. The only thing I don't like about this, chef, is nothing. I'll pretty much just sum it up with that. Just look at how juicy that hot dog is. That's outrageous. Like goosebumps. The sauerkraut, I want to eat by the gallon. The mustard, I want to be entombed with it. Whew. Welcome to Flavor Town, baby. I'm here in Marathon, Florida, down in the Keys. You're gonna dig this. Herbie's Bar and Chowder House.
The chicken smashed potato.
We're gonna make the brine, water,
brown sugar,
kosher salt,
Orange concentrate.
Orange concentrate. Okay, I like it.
Lemon juice, ginger.
Got it.
A sea salt blend.
Red chili flake, little granulated garlic, yada, yada, yada.
Yep. Rosemary, fresh thyme, fresh sage.
Simmer for 15, 20 minutes. And how long is this gonna brine?
Overnight.
What's our next step?
Making a buffalo sauce.
Regular old buffalo sauce isn't good enough?
Nope. Hot sauce, the Reaper sauce. It's also another style of wing sauce. White pepper, chili, cumin, ginger, mustard, cayenne, turmeric.
There you go with that concentrated orange juice again.
And the butter. We have our buttermilk and the buffalo sauce that we just made.
So this goes in brines for another day?
Yep.
Next up.
Caramelized onion cream sauce, clarified butter, salad oil, onions, sea salt blend, white pepper, garlic.
And deglazed a little white wine?
Cream, a little bit of cream cheese, and let that reduce. And we've got to make the chicken flour.
Got it.
AP flour, basil, oregano, cumin, thyme, ginger. Guess what?
Garlic.
White pepper.
White pepper. Oh! How did I miss that? He teed it up.
Rubbed sage.
Chili powder.
Mustard, cumin, coriander, parsley, paprika.
Are we missing salt there? Or?
Thank you.
So now the chicken comes out of that to high gluten flour, into an egg wash, into this, and then we go to the fryer. And all we do is just take a regular baked potato, smash it, throw it in there when the chicken's cooking.
That's it. Top them with the green beans, our chicken, onion cream sauce, scallions on top. Bon appetit.
And that chicken is layered with flavor. And it soaks up that brine, so it's super juicy. And the caramelized onion anti-speedo gravy is the piece de resistance. I mean, that's what ties this whole thing together. This is a stick-to-your-ribs kind of a meal, and it's really done with real culinary process. Well done.
I like it.
So I'm here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I got this buddy, and he says next time you come into town,
hey man, check this out.
oh, dude, that's awesome. Anyhow, he says next time you come into town, you gotta find a great seafood restaurant because I'm a, what are you again?
I'm a vegetarian.
It means he only eats vegetables and seafood. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Vanilla Ice. Dude, what are you, stuck in the 90s?
I'm always stuck in the 90s, the best decade ever, man.
This is Pirate Republic.
There's a lot of Brazilian influence, and there's a lot of influence from all around the world.
That global flavor was picked up by Brazilian-born owners Roberto and Claudia Garrios during their many high-seas adventures.
We spend most of our life on the Caribbean on a pirate ship.
You have a real pirate ship?
Oh, yeah.
Arg! That is cool. So you summoned your, like, inner pirate energy and applied it here?
Yeah.
And where did the recipes come from?
Around the Caribbean, Venezuela, Brazil.
What's the dish we're gonna make?
The moqueca.
And what is a moqueca?
The seafood stew.
Okay.
Here is our golden corvina.
What else is gonna be in this?
We're gonna make the pepper sauce that I use in the moqueca.
Okay.
Those are mild. Biquinho pepper. Body pepper, that would be goat.
That's a goat pepper?
Goat pepper.
You really got a problem if it's a ghost pepper.
What's that one?
Dedo de moça would translate to lady fingers. That's a little spicy.
Gotta try that one. You like spice? Uh-huh. I love spice.
And this is the malagueta, which is also known as piri piri.
Very nice.
Little touch of salt, little touch of pepper, in goes olive oil. Hit it up. You have to try that.
Ooh, that's real good.
Now we're getting into building the base of the sauce.
Correct. This is blended oil, garlic, little onion, bay leaf, salt, pepper, our house-made pepper sauce.
That's as much as you put in? It's like 2 tablespoons.
About.
You made all that for that little?
Oh, we've used it a lot in other dishes, too.
Oh.
Okay. Bell peppers,
Bell peppers
great.
go in.
You guys cook at home a lot?
It's a challenge when you start to do the veg cooking because you got so many different flavors and spices you can throw around. It's all about how you prepare it.
Pureed tomatoes?
Yes.
And this will cook down for how much longer, Chef?
About half an hour.
Got it. All right, Chef, let's get into this.
The moqueca sauce you just made, corvina, shrimp, clams, salt, pepper. This is dende oil from a palm tree.
Okay.
And it's traditionally used in this dish. And coconut milk. Then we go over the pan.
I feel terrible, too. We've got to make Rob one.
You gonna make it one for me?
I guess we could share. He'll get one bite and one bite only.
Then we add calamari and mussels.
As soon as they pop, we're ready to
We're
rock.
ready to go.
Look at that. There's a lot of seafood in this.
Smells delish. Let's see what we got here, brother.
Mmm. Not dynamite.
Everything is cooked right, not overcooked. I love the kick. That is really good. Tastes a little Creole almost.
It's spicy, it's tangy. The kicker to the whole thing is the coconut milk. That's what gives it that luxurious, that creamy, that silkiness. It's fantastic. Now, this is where the friendship's gonna kind of get into a different realm.
Pull it back over here.
No, let's just bring it right back over here.
Wait a minute.
Now, I know when you roll into a coastal town like Jacksonville, well, you're expecting to find seafood. But in this town, there's a lot more than that. And as the name of the show goes, it's diners, drive-ins, and dives. And this is Metro Diner.
Pancakes, banana granola.
This is phenomenal food. They cook everything fresh daily.
Stuffed portobello sandwich up.
Our first time here, we looked at each other and said, this should be on Guy's show.
So you wrote in and told me to come here?
I did. I wrote in because I bring people here every time they come into town. The food is awesome. Anything you order.
Pittsburgh steak salad up.
It's absolutely amazing.
Real good food. He actually cooks everything fresh.
Pastrami sandwich up, runner please.
It's just a really great diner.
There you go. You guys enjoy.
When I walked in here the first time, I just fell in love with the place.
So Chef Mark DeVoli
2 eggs and grits.
bought the joint.
Need a runner please.
Then talked his dad, John,
Okay, here we go, fellas.
a corporate restaurant vet, into joining him.
How is it? He handles the front of the house.
He's the ambassador?
Yep.
All right, thanks. You manage the kitchen.
I do the kitchen, yeah. Metro Melt medium.
It's home cooking.
Meatloaf up.
The meatloaf is unbelievable here.
Now, is meatloaf a staple on the menu, or?
It's definitely a staple.
Okay, so get it going.
All right, we'll start with the carrots. We're gonna blend them.
This will break it down to the size that it can be cooked all the way through, but not being a big, intrusive chunk.
Yeah,
Intrusive chunk. Okay?
Without a doubt.
That's a term you use often.
Yeah.
You know what? Come on down for our meatloaf here at Metro. No intrusive chunks.
Celery.
All right.
We're gonna blend them.
Get those to the optimum size.
Yep. The mushrooms.
Mushrooms, very gingerly done. Just mushrooms, not ginger, but you know what I meant. Now, you do the onions.
Yeah. We're gonna blend them.
All right, so this is all ready to go with this nice veggie mix. And this brand new bowl.
And that's been here all 20 years at least, I would
Yes,
be my
it.
guess.
Yep, it's carbon dated AD. All right, now we got some the meat trio.
Yep. Ground beef.
Pork.
Add pork.
Have to.
And ground turkey.
That's the way to get healthy with it. Okay, so you incorporate all the meats.
Yep.
Ready? There you go.
Beautiful.
Well, I like the veggie content. Okay, so what do we got for seasonings?
Pepper, salt, and Worcestershire.
I was gonna say, there's gotta be some Worcestershire.
Anything else we're incorporating? What about a binder?
Yeah, a little bit of egg.
Okay. Breadcrumbs?
Yep, breadcrumbs.
I like this.
Yeah.
So you form up the logs.
Yep.
3 out on a tray.
Yep.
Bake it off at 350.
Yep.
For
40 minutes.
Bring it out, let it cool. Look at that. Like a speed bump in Flavor Town. How do you just keep picking into it right now?
It's hard.
Oh, you got people at the front door.
That's a good one.
Great.
Could have saw that coming.
So 2 big slices over to the flat top.
Yep, put a little margarine down. The meatloaf on. About 2-3 minutes each side.
This is the art of crustification.
And then what do we serve it with?
Mashed potatoes, zucchini and squash, and little French baguette.
It's just what you expect in a diner.
It's a big portion.
Yeah.
I think diners across the world have to take a lesson on this one. Tender, juicy, good exterior crust. But it's the crunchification, the adding that extra layer, all that little crunch on the side. And why do you even mess up the plate with vegetables and bread? I just would like I'd like you to float that in gravy. We gotta check out Sonny's famous steak hoagies. How many rolls do you make a day?
Between 30 and 50 dozen.
30 or 50 dozen. Oh, okay.
We start with the water. This is fresh yeast, heated up in some water.
This is the big shot way right here.
Then I have salt, I have diamalt.
Who?
Diamalt is the food for the yeast, flour. 11.5 pounds to start with. We're gonna mix it for a little while, and then we'll add some butter and shortening. Another 12 pounds of flour.
Got it? It's not your first rodeo, is it there, Johnny?
No. The dough starts being carried by the hook, it's ready to go.
Now we take it out, and where does it go?
It goes into a dough box.
For how long?
About an hour. Then we punch it down, and then it starts to come up again.
This is one that we punch, fold, put it back.
Right.
Oh, you should feel how warm it is. What size are we going for?
4.5 ounces. Boy, you're good.
That is dead on.
I say that's perfect.
Thank you. I'm out.
That was perfect. We'll put them on our metal pan. We're gonna put them in the metal proof box.
You're gonna get about another 20 minutes.
That's
10
it.
minutes. And then we're gonna roll them out.
We'll press it down with our fingers. We wanna fold it a little up, turn it over, roll it out. That's good. Then I put these in the metal proof box.
And they go around 3.
Yes.
Next thing we'll do is score them, butter them, and pop them in the oven.
Yes.
Dig it. The wonderful rotisserie. Slide her down.
Push it all the way down to the bottom, and then it'll stop.
Round and round it goes. It must be the ones I rolled. Interesting how it gets like a little crackle to it.
Yep.
Great crust, but light. That's a good one.
Makes the whole sandwich.
Like the one folks have been lining up for since 1958. Cheesesteak?
Cheesesteak. This is the second.
Doesn't get any better. And what we have here is boneless ribeye, just a little bit frozen, and you're gonna just pop it in the sleeve.
We're looking for like a 1/16 of an inch.
You cut that so thin, there's only one side to it. Goes on the line, yellow onions.
We're gonna put a little bit of butter on the side.
Always better with butter. And then cover it.
We're just waiting for it to get to a point where we can break it up. Put a little salt on top, a little butter again. Mix it all together. And now I'm ready to put my provolone cheese.
And that's all she wrote?
That's all she wrote.
Whoa.
Thank you, thank you.
A little bit of melted cheese, thin slice on that meat and the onions on a freshly baked roll. What the kicker on that is? The butter. The butter is what does that.
This is Krakatoa. Were you a cook in Bali?
No.
You just cook the food that you know how to cook.
Yes. Semur is coming.
Today I had the Semur Daging, and it was fantastic. It's a beef dish with a lot of different flavors and vegetables.
Combine it with the rice, it's a really nice sight.
We're gonna make red seasoning or bumbu merah, chili de arbol, guajillo.
I know that one really well. Kalanga.
Ginger, candle nut, shallot, garlic, lemongrass, nutmeg, cumin.
A lot of cumin in Bali food?
Yeah. Coriander. This is very important.
Turmeric?
Yes.
Tamarind paste?
Yes.
Lime leaf?
Lime leaf, water, shake, shake, salt.
A little bit of oil. Gonna cook it off?
Yes, with oil and water.
Next step, chef.
We're gonna make sambal.
Everybody knows sambal. This is your sambal.
Yes. Red chilies, we call it cabe rawit. Small, but it's...
How was that again?
Right there.
Right there. Why did you go to Texas all of a sudden?
Lemongrass.
More of the lime leaf.
Oil, and of course, water.
Smooth. Cook it again.
20, 30 minutes, yeah.
Now it's time to build the dish.
Add a coconut oil, cardamom, clove.
Star anise.
Cinnamon. Simmer this until you got
the fragrance, yeah. Thin slice sirloin.
The red seasoning.
Bumbu
merah.
Exactly. Making sure you didn't forget.
Chicken base.
Oh, so much smell.
Coconut milk, red pepper, onion.
Lime leaf. Let me guess, lemongrass.
Yeah.
And?
Indonesian sweet soy sauce. We call this ketchup.
That's Indonesian ketchup?
Let them simmer.
Everybody cooked right down in there.
I think we are good.
Very Thai-esque. So much lemongrass. And the coconut milk. Love the fresh veggies in there. The spice is great. Rustic, flavorful. It's not every bite is the same. It's kind of like listening to a song, and all of a sudden you get a lot of bass, and you get a lot of drum, and you get a lot of treble. I'm in trouble right now because that sambal is hot.
We have the Semur for you.
It's juicy, and you get to taste every nuance of the clove, the star anise, the cinnamon. It's just so good.